I love my city. Chicago's beautiful, but it has its bad parts. Growing up, I experienced some really crazy things, some things that children should never have to go through.
My son is Trevion Williams, my only child. Born and raised in Chicago, Illinois on the South Side. Trevion is really close with all his uncles, my brothers. They play a big part in his life. I have 6 siblings. My oldest is Trevion Lewis. I'm number 4.
Shonda was very protective of Trey. She was very careful about where he went and who he was with.
Darius was a guy that I grew up with. He was a brother to me. We grew up in this Catholic school, Holy Angels. You know, we played basketball together. We just became closer over the years. Metcalf Park, if you were looking for Darius, you knew where he was. You know, he was always at that park.
August 30th, 2011. Trevion was with Darius at Metcalf Park. I didn't like the fact that Trevion was over there. I was unaware. I told him he couldn't go the next day.
August 31st, 2011, Darius was playing basketball at Metcalf Park. He was shot in a drive-by. It wasn't meant for him. It's crazy, you know, that even happened to him.
Trevion was devastated.
Growing up, you need to surround yourself with people that make you better. And you know, Darius is one of those people for me. He was a brother figure to me.
My oldest brother, Taiwan, was a fantastic, family-loving guy. Him and Trey had a great relationship. He would, go to Trey's game. Trey would go spend time with his kids at his house. And he also became like a father figure as well.
My relationship with my Uncle Ty, it was crazy. It was unreal. Nobody wanted success for me more than him.
September 20, 2015, Taiwan was at home. He just got out his car, heading into his door, and someone shot him.
He was shot in his stomach. He was sitting there, kind of just bleeding out. He was just the spark of our family. Obviously it was hard losing him. I'm sorry. Oh, wow. Oh. It just pushed me away. I couldn't deal with it. Chicago, the violence was at a high level at the time. You just have to find a way out.
I think he was looking for a sense of peace. You think about your friend Darius, you think about just what you see around you, and then now it hits close to home, and you're not sure who did it. It can, as a kid, you can begin to settle in your head am I safe?
My uncle, Curtis, he became the principal at Henry Ford Academy School for Creative Studies in Michigan. I went up to Michigan with my uncle, and I stayed there for a couple of days. I'm like, I can get used to this. I begged my mom to stay.
Before you know it, he had moved up and was attending my school.
Super small school, my gym was small. I was like, man, how am I gonna get recruited here? I didn't really know.
I think they made the playoffs every year he was there. They went and won the region, which is the best we've ever done, would even think we would do. And that was a big deal. We celebrated like we won the state championship.
And then after that, he had quite a few colleges reaching out. Purdue started recruiting him towards the end of the sophomore year.
We went to visit, met the coaching staff, and it was just a great weekend. Painter was talking a great deal about, we focus on our big men here, the big men are gonna touch the ball here. And so we thought that was probably the best fit for him.
This felt best. Obviously it's working out for me. I started at 325 when I got to Purdue. Coach Painter, he said, Trevion, you're not gonna play at this weight. I'm not gonna play you.
Coming in like most kids, you got to grow up, and I don't think he realized what it was going to take day in and day out for him to become a good player at this level.
It just clicked in my head. I got to get to work. I started with 2-a-days, and obviously I worked my way up to 3-a-days. My freshman summer, I got down to 295. My sophomore year, I get down to like 275. Now, a couple pounds away from 255. My mom tells me every day, like, son, you look great. Son, you look great.
Trevion had to mature. And so the maturity level now is different from when he started.
The best game was last year against Michigan.
Williams against Teskey. Well, he's feeling it, isn't he?
He was just playing out of his mind, like he really wanted it.
This night belongs to Trevion. Absolutely sensational offensive weapon.
36 points and 20 rebounds. But obviously, I don't want to make it all about me, because none of that matters if you don't win.
My favorite game so far for Trevion was Michigan State, January 8, 2021.
It was huge for me. I knew my mom was watching. All of my uncles was watching.
There he is. Nothing but nylon for Trevion. And Purdue steals one.
We were all there, my sister, myself. I was just like, whoa.
At the end of the game in regulation, he looked up and pointed towards mom and uncle, and he blew a kiss.
Man, that was a great feeling. We've proven to ourselves that, we can compete with anybody in the Big Ten if we just stick together. Coach Painter always tells me I haven't even reached my potential. I'm still learning.
He's got a bright future. He can go a long way, and he can take this team a long way.